Back to school!
When we started this back to school 10 years ago, it was just an idea. We didn't know how it would go. And we were sitting around a table thinking, what can we do to help the kids of our community, but what can we really do that's giving and actually handing somebody something that needs it? And that idea started in a little tent, and it was pouring down rain 10 years ago. And we were so happy when people actually drove up. And then we saw people smiling. The kids were like, yeah, I got my own highlighters or pencils or rulers or paper. And we were like, yes, that's what we want to do. And this is going to work. And just to see how it's blossomed over 10 years, I'm so proud. And it's really what Project GIFT is about, you know, giving inspiration for tomorrow. You see these kids, they're tomorrow.
Since it was our 10th year, we were just looking for something new, something fresh. And so we came up with a new logo this year that's incredible, and it's the 10th annual Back to School, and it has a little owl face in it. It's really adorable. And along with that, we thought, how cool would it be for us to really promote Back to School even more than ever and get back out into the schools? And what better way to do that than through a contest? So we put together a coloring sheet, and we did a Name the Owl contest where we hit up all the different schools in the area and just said, we want you to be a part, help us choose a name for our back to school owl. And we did. We had over 700 entries. It was incredible going through them, seeing all the creativity that came out of these classrooms. It was really, really tough to narrow it down, but when we got to our winning owl, there was just no question. Dolores was Marcella's grandmother. Marcella's 8 years old, and she's a part of the community, and she wanted us to name our owl Dolores after her grandmother, who battled cancer for 3 years and then finally went home to be with the Lord. And so she felt like it would be an honor to her, and also because their family runs the Sit and Sleep, which is a community staple here. Everybody knows the Sit and Sleep in Carrollton. And when she sees the Sit and Sleep owl, she thought, well, you know what, that looks like the owl that you're showing me here, so I would be honored. And that's my favorite part. The last sentence of her entry was,
I would be honored if you name the owl after her.
She was so, so proud too when we finally told her that her name was going to be continuing with Back to School for years to come.
It'd be one thing to win the contest just for 1 year, and that's initially what we thought. And we got here and they told us that it was for years to come.
I'm very honored, and she meant a lot to me and to this community. And I'm happy to see her spirit in the Southwire Back to School owl.
This event is important to us because Southwire as a whole really encourages their employees to get into the communities, to get involved, and to give back. It's something that our leadership is passionate about and has been that way for years, even when you go all the way back to Roy Richards Sr. That's just something that has always been instilled in us as a Southwire family, and we want to instill that in the employees to come, but also into our communities. So that's what is so cool when you are out here and you see just thousands of people pouring through a Southwire parking lot to get something that they may or may not be able to get any other way. It's moving, it's empowering, it's incredible to see. And not only to have it here in Carrollton, but to also know that we have 16 locations total that have taken this on in some form or fashion. They're doing something with Back to School in their own communities. I mean, it's just growing every year.
To me, you know, I just have to explain it was an awesome experience. To be able to, you know, be a part of giving back to the community and seeing the smiles on the kids' faces, it means the world.
I came from India 4 years back. I first landed in Atlanta, but coming to this town, even it's a small town, but people are very encouraging and people are very helpful, and the company, I feel it's a proud because in a small kind of city, the company will support everybody and every need of the people. So it's a good thing for us.
Back to school!